All right, guys, let's talk about how we're going to measure distance on a map. So a map like this, you're going to see that the trails actually have black dots at the intersections, and you're actually going to see the distance already marked, okay? If your map has that, that's amazing. In this case, it's 3.8 miles from here to here. But if we're trying to find the distance on a map that does not have it indicated, or that is not actually lined up with the dots, how do we do that? Let's say we're camping down here in this drainage, maybe down in the flat, and tonight we want to camp at this lake right here. So let's have our origin to be right here at this spot, and then we will have our destination to be just right here, okay? So we have our origin and our destination. This map does provide us with 1.4 miles from this dot to this dot, so we can just use that. All right, and then we just need to find the distance from here to here. Now, regardless of how long your route is, the method is going to be the same, whether it's straight line or a route-based distance. I like to use a piece of paper, and what I'll do is I'll line up the corner, and I'll basically break this into sections. So right here, I draw a tick mark, and you're going to notice I'm going to allow it to flow over onto the map, so that way I know where I left off. And what we're doing is we're just looking for straight sections, and we're adding them up by using these tick marks on the map. Now, the more precise you are, i.e. the more legs you make out of the route, mark that, and the more accurate your measured distance will be. You can be kind of lazy, like see right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of skip that little bend. And it won't be as accurate, but generally it will get the job done. And I'll just make this one straight shot right here. I usually draw a larger arrow right there to indicate that this is my ending point. This was my starting point. Now your map is going to have, on the bottom, some type of scale or ruler. All right, you're going to notice on the left-hand side, most of them are going to have kind of increments of, in this case, 100 meters or 1/10 of a mile. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this sheet of paper. We know this is our starting point. This is our ending point. And what I do is I slide it all the way until I can get to a full number. So in this case, I'm going to be doing this in the metric mode. My arrow will go all the way to the 4,000 meter mark, all right? And so that's going to allow me to go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So this is about 3,050 meters, okay? If I want to do the same thing on the mileage side of things, let's see, this is not quite 2 miles. All right, so you see my ending point is right at the 2, and this is going to finish up before hitting the full 2 mile mark. All right, so we're going to have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, roughly 1.7 miles. All right, so you can do this in either miles or meters. It's going to be your choice. And then we can just add that 1.7 miles onto our other leg, which was 1.4 miles for a total distance of 3.1 miles. And that is how we're going to find the distance from A to B using a route-based distance.